Friday night duels on the ACC Network Extra. We are expecting a great crowd tonight in Raleigh for a top 10 matchup. 8th ranked NC State, number 9 Cornell. And we welcome you Matt Side here in Reynolds Coliseum. I'm Andrew Sanders here with the All-American Tariq Wilson. Lights out, great atmosphere for college wrestling and two tremendous programs as they step out of conference here in mid-February. There's so much hype and excitement around this duel.
Yeah, this sure is, especially for both teams to come out here and compete tonight, especially the top 10 makeup, coming out here and testing the waters and see if they can, rise to the occasion and take that next step to the national tournament.
There are a lot of exciting matchups tonight, but we want to highlight 157 pounds. It's the reigning All-American Ed Scott here at home against the freshman phenom Myers Shapiro, who, as you see, is unbeaten in duels in a night of many exciting bouts. This might be the best of them.
This sure is. This is one that the fans should be excited for, especially that both athletes are able to create high points, score high, and get to those big moves that everyone's anticipating. So get ready for your popcorn and have it ready for this match.
It is going to be electric. It's NC State, it's Cornell, and it's next. Look at the first 5 matches. It'll be Jacob Camacho for NC State at 125 against Brett Unger, 13th ranked in the country. A lot of ranked matchups tonight. Of course, we already highlighted 157, but also 149 between Arrington and Fernandez. And the heavier weights, interesting as well. You get 2 top 10 programs and 2 teams with hopes for a team trophy this year. These are 2 of the best in the country, and this duel up and down is going to be really interesting. Unger against Camacho as he starts his 2nd duel in a row for NC State against Unger, who is 13-5 overall, 6-4 in duels. They had given Camacho a couple weeks off to kind of refresh, retrain, and he came out strong last time out. He won by a tech fall over Monteperto of Virginia.
Now, as you can see right now, both wrestlers are really just feeling each other out right now. Not really looking to do something, just feel out how the guys are going to react, fakes, snaps. Really staying in the centers, trying to control that space.
Many of these matchups intriguing, not just as a fan, just watching true competitors here. As Camacho's got some action.
Yes, he's trying to finish it out that back door. He's going up. He's pulling that leg across. Unger's doing a good job of tying those arms, getting that leg in. He steps over. Now, in this position right here, he currently has to swim backwards with that back arm, but also keep pressure on that leg so this doesn't happen right here. He's looking for the punk. Is he going to hold on? Camacho's looking, trying to get under that right arm. If I'm not mistaken, that right arm. Unger just holding on, looking to get that stalemate. Are you stepping over? He's stepping over. He has it laced. All right, it's takedown.
3 points for Camacho as he finishes. Unger, the sophomore from Pennsylvania, 2nd at Cliff Keen this year. As we were saying right before that flurry of action, that shot by Camacho, it's interesting, not just as a fan of the sport and watching great competitors, but also for seeding, for NCAAs. You can get a confidence boost off of this as well.
You sure can, and this is why both coaches decided to have this match in mid-February. Because this is the time right before both coaches have to compete at their respective conferences, and this gives them a big challenge to go up that uphill. and really test to see where those guys are at.
It's one of the things you have to love about college wrestling, maybe more than just about any other sport. Really live by the, to be the best, you have to beat the best, and the quality of scheduling in this sport is tremendous. And you want to have such a strength of schedule, and both of these programs certainly live by that and test themselves really week in and week out.
Right now,
Camacho on top so far.
Camacho's doing a good job of riding. He's dropped down now. He has to climb the leg. He's getting that count. And stalling. So right there, since Camacho didn't improve that position, right, and he just held onto the leg, that's where the stalling has come from. He has to improve, climb with the leg, look to improve that position.
In doing so, he did put the ride time up over a minute, only just so. But he picks up the stall warning, as you say. Does allow a reset.
Yeah.
How willing are you to trade that just before the end of the period? Is that something you're trying to avoid?
That would be something I would try to avoid, especially if it's early in the first period or early in the match on, because that stall call might come back and be a factor.
There's Mike Gray, third-year head coach for Cornell. National Coach of the Year last year, leading Big Red to a team trophy, third-place finish. So 3-0 Camacho through the first, and 1:07 of ride time, of course, as he starts bottom here. Now we'll get to see Unger on top for the first time as he eats away at that ride time.
Camacho's going to this sit right here. He's working to peel hands, get that hand straight, then sit out, eventually cut from that position or get to his feet. Unger's doing a great job of keeping him in the pocket, not letting him move. If I was in Unger's position, I'd keep the pressure forward on driving forward, having Camacho put his hands on the mat so he's not able to move. Right here, Unger's doing a good job of keeping him in that pocket, but right now, if he stays there too long, Camacho's going to have the advantage.
Great matchup of two guys with All-American aspirations. Unger came up just short last year, lost in the blood round. He takes a peek at the clock.
As you can hear the coaches saying control the wrist for Camacho to control that wrist to come up out of that position. He's in the tripod now, working to his feet. But then goes back to that sit. Now this is interesting.
You surprised to see that stall warning?
No, I'm not. Especially with the new rule change, he didn't improve his position on top. He just held him in that pocket. So I think that was a great call to hit top man for stalling. So now they both have one stalling apiece.
Both guys have been tough on top.
Unger's looking. Camacho's tripoded again in this position. Unger's just holding on. Looks like Camacho's slipping out into that leg. Now we're in a scramble. He's looking to pop out. All right, now he's putting that pressure on his head. He's trying to go back. All right, and we have a not yet.
Been given yet.
Not yet.
Close.
Now we have a reversal.
There it is.
We have a reversal.
So what a second period. Unger on top for about, what, 1:40. And eventually Camacho's able to come out the back and reverse.
Yeah, that was something. Turning at the right position, seeing that leg was close to him, that he can hit the switch and capitalize on that single, pop the head up. I didn't know if he was going to go for the one first, but he proved me wrong and went for the two.
All right, so if you're Unger here, right, you have to get out pretty quick, and you've got some work to do.
Yeah, he has to get up off of bottom, has to escape, and then he has to turn on the offense. He has to get to his shots. Right now he's doing a good job getting to his feet, controlling that wrist. We'll see if Camacho will let him go. He does have that stalling.
There is the escape for Unger. He gets on the board. Ride time not a factor currently. He does have 22 seconds of ride time, so there is a scenario where he could get a takedown, and if he got a ride out, could get it up over a minute. We haven't seen Unger really get to his offense yet.
No, we haven't. He's been a little timid at this point. Now he's firing off. He knows he's down with a minute left. The coaches keep reminding him. He's looking to hit. I think he's trying to hit as many shots as possible right now to get that stalling. Camacho does have a stalling.
And that's another way to get that point.
Yep, he got that stalling in the first period. So that may play a factor if he continues to shoot and Camacho doesn't look to re-attack, doesn't look to get any offense, just stays in good position.
And Unger is controlling the center of the mat right now.
If I'm Unger right now, I'm looking to get to a reset. Yep, stalemate. There's 40 seconds left in this match.
So if you're in Unger's spot right here, take me through your mentality.
If I'm Unger right now, I have to go for a takedown. Get this takedown, make it 5-4, cutting, and then try to get another takedown. Okay. So 2 takedowns. He's unable to get riding time because we're under that 40-second threshold. So he has to do something. He has to work for a shot, create action. Either score twice or hit a big move.
And if you're Camacho, just defend without a stall, and that's a way to do it, is to take a shot of your own.
Take a shot of your own, waste time there, keep moving so there is no stalemate. You see the coaches in this corner saying, take your time, you have time to waste. You don't have to rush anything.
And it's short time now, although Camacho was in danger there for a second. First period takedown, second period reversal, and a nice top 15 win for Jacob Camacho.
Yes, it seems like that break that he had for 2 weeks, 3 weeks was something good for him.
So Camacho delights this outstanding crowd here in Raleigh. NC State and Cornell. We'll take a look at the series history. Of course, these are 2 proud programs, the Wolfpack and the Big Red. This is the first ever meeting in Raleigh. They met in 2019. NC State with a 25-9 win. And Trent Hidley got a nice top 5 win over Ben Darmstadt. But how about at 141? Tariq, do you remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that. That was a close one. I was expecting to win by a little more, but hey, I came out with the win.
Went up there to Ithaca and came out with a decision over Bauman. We move on to 133 pounds. This is Kai Orini of NC State. And we were hoping to see a top 5 matchup. Vito Arujau, of course, the reigning national champ at 133 of this weight. He's not going to go tonight for Cornell. It's going to be Orini against Ethan Qureshi, a freshman from California. And so, got to view this as a great opportunity for the freshman, right?
Oh, yeah, this sure is. There's a great opportunity for him to test the waters against a top 5 opponent in Kai Orini.
Orini coming off of a really thrilling match against 27th ranked Marlon Yarbrough of Virginia. There were fireworks all over that one, some big moves. It ended up in Orini with a pin. He's 6-2 in duels this season. Haven't seen a lot of Qureshi. 0-5 in duels, but 7-8 overall.
Right now, they're both fighting in this underhook position. Kai Orini keeps attempting to hit that single. They both attempted to hit a throw by. The hip toss. Oh, big move right there.
Watch out! Near fall points for Orini. Tacking on to the takedown. And he had both shoulders planted for just a split second.
Just a split second. If this was freestyle, it'd be a touch ball. But in folk style, you do have time to react and get off your back and work, and that's what his opponent did right now.
So a tough matchup for Qureshi. Of course, you got to keep in mind that when you're in the room at Cornell and you got the defending champ with you, that's got to help you.
That actually, it does, especially if they wrestle as often as I would assume that they would be wrestling. That should be a big confidence boost. Like I've seen the best. I wrestle with the best. We have one of the guys in our room. He's a national champ, and he just won a senior world title. So.
Orini is wrestling at a really high level right now. He gets more swipes, 4. Hasn't released that hold yet. And now they're awarded.
So he goes, now he's working, he's going back to that bar where he just scored off of. He's looking to tilt again. Oh, they roll through. He takes it back the other way. Looking to plant, catch him in the pocket. Got another 3.
Another 3 for Orini. If you're Qureshi, he's got that bar. I mean, what all can you do?
Right there in that position, I would have to work. He's getting tilted with a reinforced bar. He has to keep his elbows out and his hands away from his body. He keeps bringing his hands into his body. That's why he keeps getting tilted at this point. But Kyrene's doing a good job of chopping that arm and bringing his body over that arm. So it's kind of hard for Qureshi to respond.
13 points in the first. What do you think of this, Tariq?
Back in my day, I would probably got hit with that. But that's one of those positions right there where you don't want to pressure too much forward, but you don't want to keep your hips back either, because then you end up getting tossed. He's looking for that chop, and we have swipes.
Orini in tech fall position, and he's going to let it go and get the shutout. Just a dominant performance from one of the best 133s in the country.
It sure is. He would have wrestled a complete match from top to bottom, using that big throw in the beginning, setting up 6 points, and then working straight off of that into those tilts and those bars, which he used to gather numerous back points.
A decision for Camacho and a tech fall for Orini. NC State off to a nice start. Its head coach. Again, big plans this year. He tweeted earlier today, and we'll talk a little bit more about that later, but he mentioned trophy hunting, right? He's already brought back one team trophy for NC State, looking for more. They're poised for a big, big March. What can you tell us about Coach Pop?
He's a phenomenal coach. He knows what to say and what to do to get you guys motivated and focused to compete, whether it's in front of 1 fan, 2 fans, or in front of 60,000.
So we go on to 141 pounds, another top 5 wrestler for NC State. That's Ryan Jack. If you're just tuning in, you missed a decision for Jacob Camacho over 13th ranked Brett Unger, and then Kai Orini with a tech fall victory over Ethan Qureshi. So Jack for NC State. Josh Saunders gets the start at 141. NCAA qualifier Vince Cornell not going tonight for Cornell. So it falls to the junior from St. Louis, Josh Saunders, 3-time state champ there in St. Louis and twice Fargo champion. He's in on a shot.
He does a good job of collecting that. That's a quick escape by Jack.
Yeah, quick escape, but we talked about the confidence that you can get, and that's got to put some wind in the sails of Saunders here in the first.
That sure is, and especially getting a takedown early into the first period. Now he has enough confidence to go, look, I got a takedown in the first period, first minute. I can get another one if I need to.
You were known to score a lot when you got that one early.
Yes. Once I figured out I could get a takedown early on in the match, I just kept going. I kept on the attack and kept pushing the pace. Especially with now that it's a 3-point takedown, you can open and separate a match quickly.
How would that have changed your wrestling if that rule was in place? I feel like that would benefit you quite a bit, yeah.
Oh, it definitely would have benefited me. Oh, now we're in a good scramble right now. This scramble was originally off of Jack's shot, but Saunders was able to funk roll. Now they're both in this position. Saunders, now they're both looking to stalemate hold position. Saunders kicking that armpit. He could release his leg and possibly score.
So Coach Gray's got to like what he's seen so far from Saunders. Looking for a top 5 upset win. It was Mark Botello who wrestled last week against Penn at 141. He lost to 16th ranked CJ Composto. So you give Saunders a try. He gets a takedown here in the first.
What Jack has to do right now is find a way to get past his head. Saunders is doing a good job of keeping his hips back and his legs back, which is making it hard for him to shoot. And when he does shoot, he's either going to get into a funk roll position where they scramble, or he's missing it, or Jack's missing it just by half a second. But Josh is using those shots that Jack is doing, those fake shots, those half shots, to pick at his legs when he gets too close. And that's what he did early on to score that takedown.
4, 3, 2, 1.
So we end the first period, and it's Saunders who is in front by virtue of that takedown. Only 4 seconds of ride time. Jack got out quick, and he's looking to Coach Popolizio as we take a look at the matchups at 141. Yes, Jack has beaten Lachlan McNeil already. Tom Crook, Cole Matthews, so you got 4 in the top 15 in the ACC.
1 green.
Another quick escape from Jack.
Fingers, guys, please stay out of that.
Jack majored Jack Joffrey of UVA last week.
Again. He's looking to attack. Nothing yet.
No control.
Saunders has to pull it in.
Center.
But once again, Saunders is not looking like he's scared. He's actually going after Jack right now. He's looking to shoot, looking to score, and that's what you need.
Out. Action.
Especially when your team's down 8-0. You gotta be the aggressor.
Stay in here, guys. Set.
His older brother Kevin providing some words of encouragement, maybe some advice here. Got really impressed by Josh Saunders. 8-3 on the year, but hadn't appeared in a duel until tonight.
Release that
Under the
grip.
bright lights against the top 5 opponent. He's got a lead here. And we're past the halfway point in the second period.
Out of that grip.
Two periods in. Saunders still with the lead. Jack with no takedowns. If you're the higher ranked wrestler, obviously mentality is so important in wrestling.
Red, you're set.
You can't get frustrated, right? But it has to be frustrating when you're looking for that offense and you can't find it.
Yes, and especially the way that he's been trying to attack different ways and still hasn't been able to accomplish a takedown or get to a leg. So right now he just has to stay poised and just continue to work for it. Get to those lines. Maybe eventually he'll open up and see an opening and get your leg and score.
Jack finished second at Cliff Keene this year, twice an NCAA qualifier, but Saunders in his dual debut looking for the upset. Under 90 seconds left.
Oh, there it is. Jackson on that shot. He's looking to capitalize. Saunders doing a good job of sitting in the corner. Now we're in a scramble. We're in a scramble there. What Saunders has to do right now is keep that head, keep that leg, try to sit through. And it looks like it's going to be a stalemate.
Great defense.
Yes, that is. Great scramble position.
Up easy, guys.
Especially when Jack thought he had the takedown.
58.
And then Saunders was able to funk roll.
I thought he did too, and then Saunders grabbed that right ankle and held on. This crowd trying to give Jack some energy. We're under a minute to go. Needing a takedown.
Jack has to continue to be on the offense right now. He's looking up, and he's going. He has a takedown and near fall.
Wow. With under 30 seconds left, Jack with his first takedown.
Still green. Still green.
He takes a peek at the clock. Short time, 10 seconds left. Ride time not a factor.
Still green.
Ryan Jack with a comeback in the third period. That was a great bout.
That sure was. Saunders was in the match. He had the lead, but Jack continued to go on his offense. He used that over-tie collar, that same side that he put his arm through, grabbed the elbow, snapped it to the mat. As soon as Saunders went down to his knees, he capitalized and pancaked.
I don't know if I love those last two.
Right here. He used that arm. As you can see, he had that arm right across that elbow, snapping it to the mat, and then punching that arm through to catch him on his back to get the three-point takedown and two near fall.
I don't think the count was quick. I just don't think he was in criteria for the second one. You erred on the aggressive.
Thrilling win for Ryan Jack. Wins. Has won all three matches so far. This sets up a ranked matchup. Number 3, Jackson Arrington. 20th ranked Ethan Fernandez. Both of these guys with high expectations this season. And at 149 pounds, we thought the last match was good. We expect this one to equal that. Fernandez has won 7 in a row. Arrington, perfect in duels. Big time attack fall over power.
Up and on the shot early, body to the body, finish.
Think he was ready to go?
Oh, he sure was. And that's what you like to see from one of your guys that you look to score points and be a leader.
I mean, how often in the replay do you have the referee in the replay? I mean, okay, here we go. Start and takedown.
That's not that often, and that was a quick takedown.
Little quick.
And with riding time too at 13 seconds, so that put down that takedown in 20 seconds into the match.
Go ahead and cover.
Arrington cautioned. Fernandez at 149. He wrestled at 33 and 41 last year, going 9 and 4. Of course, this is the spot of 4-time national champ Yanni Diakomahalis at this weight for Cornell. So he steps into 149 and ranked in the top 20. But this is a big-time test against Jackson Arrington.
It sure is right now. Jackson's working
Improve this, guys.
that claw spiral, keeping his opponent's hand
Keep that safe.
weight
Keep it safe.
forward. Now he's looking
Keep
to
it
bring that
safe.
arm across.
Breaks him down here.
If I'm Fernandez, I do not want to allow Jackson to put that arm in the back of, put his own arm, my arm, in the back. I would have to elbow back into him and knee slide forward to come out.
Switch.
And he's doing a good job of fighting and circling away.
And they go off. Once that arm's back there, you're in trouble.
Oh, you are completely in trouble right there. There's not much you can do. So coaches will tell you early on that, hey, you got to move and circle elbow back into him before he gets there. Because once that arm is on the back, now it's you fighting to get your arm back, and now you only have 3 posts.
Stop. You're still moving early, Green. Hey, just relax. Wait for me, okay?
That's the second on Arrington.
Okay, ready, set. Go ahead, Green.
It's been a good ride as he gets up. He's almost at 2 minutes of ride time here in the first.
Jackson is doing a great job keeping all that pressure on his hands, making it hard for Fernandez to even get his chest up, to look up, to get to his feet, or go to a sit-out. Right now, we have to watch that knee. We have to watch that knee. That's potentially dangerous.
And that's where the stoppage comes.
Other way. Green, you got 2 cautions, all right? Stay there for me. Ready, set. Go ahead. Bottom man, red. Warning,
And we have
red.
a stalling on bottom man, on Fernandez. Oh, and then Jackson's going right back to it.
That one's on you, Green.
Oh,
that one's
stalling.
on you. Okay.
Top man as well.
Each got a warning, guys. Each got a warning.
Late in the first, a
Gotta
stall
keep
warning
advancing.
either way.
Ready, set. Green, cover.
Arrington with a quick takedown and ride out in the period. Mike Gray, 3rd year, 2011 Cornell grad, where he was twice an All-American, as you see. Doing a great job. Again, the National Coach of the Year only in year 2. And how do you follow that up? Again, they've got team trophy aspirations again this season. Not seeing their full lineup tonight, but getting seeing a number of ranked wrestlers and the quality of Cornell wrestling. Quite simply, one of the best programs in the country.
It sure is, and they always have 4 or 5 guys, and when they get to the national tournament, those guys go far in the blood round. All-American, as you were saying, they had a 4-time national champ. So
takedown. Yeah, I asked Coach about that, being National Coach of the Year in year 2 at your alma mater, and he said, it comes back to the guys. Coaches win awards, but it's about the wrestlers, and credited his assistants as well. But he said it's a team effort. They have an all-for-one mentality at Cornell, and a saying, family, not factory. It's not just a wrestling factory. Yes, they win a lot, but it's really a family experience.
Still green.
who better to kind of sell that message than an All-American at his alma mater? It's all about the experience going to an Ivy League school and being in the room, developing over the years. And they've got a great program, and we'll be excited to see them and NC State go head-to-head tonight.
I don't think there'll be any action here. I think guys are just going to wait out this second period, third period.
Arrington's got to be pretty pleased with how this has gone so far. Here's the takedown in the second.
Jackson's been utilizing that snap to his shot throughout the first 2 periods. That's where he's been scoring. He's snapping and going directly to his shot and capitalizing off of it.
One red, we're neutral.
Now we have one escape.
Neutral.
And a nice quick escape, right? After a long ride in the first period, to get out quickly there is big for Fernandez.
Fernandez did a good job of timing the whistle, exploding up to his feet, not letting Jackson do the double thigh pry, and driving forward and keeping his weight on his hands. Now, if I'm Fernandez, he has riding time locked up. I have to go on offense. I have to create some action, snap, move him, get to my shots to make this a closer match. Now this is one of the positions Jackson's really good at. That's underhook. He's good at a throw by. He's good as a fake step in, snap him down to the mat. So we'll see what is going to happen if he's looking to just get that stall call, and he does.
So a point awarded. It's 8-2. And again, right time, as you mentioned, locked up. So a 9-2 lead really for Arrington here. And
Fernandez
now,
in on
there's
his shot.
Fernandez.
If I'm here, I would have to sit first. Jackson does a good job of beating that corner, getting his hip square, driving into him. Fernandez still has the leg. Fernandez needs to lock his hands, get his hands back locked.
No control.
Jackson's looking to beat the corner turn.
No control.
Is he stepping over that leg to secure the hook? Now he has it through.
Yes. With 3 seconds left, so he gets an early takedown. He gets a late takedown, and he gets a major decision over a top 20 opponent. Ryan Jack and Jackson Arrington, very impressive. .30 seconds. Jack came up with something special to defeat Josh Saunders. 4 in, 1 to go before intermission. It's the one we've been waiting for. 157, Shapiro and Scott on its way. Get your popcorn ready, or well, Sour Patch Kids will do as well. 157 is going to be outstanding. Again, the matchup. 12th ranked Ed Scott against Myers Shapiro, who's all the way up to number 6. Of course, he was the #1 ranked recruit entering this is a couple of very special wrestlers that can really score.
Yes, indeed, especially with Ed Scott. I'm looking for this match to be a high-scoring match. Both guys battling for position, both guys hitting moves that, you know, otherwise we wouldn't see early.
Ed Scott, the All-American. Shapiro got to feel like he's got a great chance to get there this year as a freshman. As you saw in that graphic, he's had 5 bonus point wins in his last 6. He's won 12 straight, and yeah, he's 12-0 in duels. He beat a top 25 opponent, Lucas Ravano of Penn, last time out. Ed Scott got a major over Nick Sanko of Virginia. Scott 7 wins against ranked wrestlers this season. And we'll reset.
Set.
That was a misdirection attempt. That was well foreseen by Ed Scott. Up, ankle pick, looking to score.
And the first takedown goes to Shapiro. I asked Coach Gray what his ceiling was, and he said, you know, he is just so talented, just a freak athlete in terms of his body awareness. Great at changing levels and changing directions. And he scores the first takedown. And if there were any nerves going on, he's wrestled on some big stages, but if there's any nerves going on tonight, that's got to calm him a bit here in a road environment. All right, talk about changing levels.
Right there, he fought off Ed's underhook. Went to the same side, put his head on the opposite side, went ankle pick, like gathered both legs, good 3-point takedown.
Shapiro will be a tough matchup for anyone because he kind of changes his approach match to match. You never know what he's going to do.
Fingers.
As you were saying, Coach Gray did say that he has a high ceiling. He's able to hit you with several different things. And as you were saying, he's able to switch it up on his attacks. You may think he's hitting one thing, then next thing you know, he's hitting you with something else. So we just got to continue to watch and look right now.
U20 world champ in freestyle. Where Coach Gray and Yanni Mihalis kind of coached him on his way through.
Duck attempt by.
A stall warning to Ed Scott.
Up. Right there. Ed has to secure that leg. He's looking to finish.
Short time here.
He has to keep it high. 2 seconds, 1 second.
All right, so no points there, but got in on a leg.
Towards the end of the period, that's a good confidence boost. He couldn't at first get through the defense of Shapiro, but now at the end, as you can see, he got to the leg. He just needed a few more seconds and started earlier on. He could have scored the takedown. A great defense by Shapiro, knowing that there was short time left and he can't give it up.
It was only a couple of years ago that Ed Scott was a blue chip recruit and a starter as a freshman. He was at 149 when he began his career as the starter for NC State. Then moved up as a sophomore to 157, ACC champ there. And then second time qualifying for NCAA's last year, finished 5th for All-American status. So this is a matchup that we could very well see at NCAA's.
Ed's still looking to punch that underhook. He has it locked.
Shapiro circling.
No takedown. No takedown. Both are out. Ed looked like he was about to have that headlock locked up. But Shapiro snapped down to clear it. Then got to his offense, got to a leg. Ed did a good job of adjusting and then getting out. Shapiro has steadily tried to hit that ankle pick on Ed, and Ed has foreseen it the first time he got taken down, so he's doing a great job of defending.
A step on the left shoe, and Scott shoves him back.
You got 30, guys, 30.
Again, Shapiro has not lost a duel yet in his young college career.
Short, short.
We'll head to the third. And just the one takedown right now for Shapiro, separating the two. Andonian currently the top-ranked wrestler.
Screen is set. Red cover.
Scott lost to Santiago a couple weeks ago, bouncing back last week. And now he gets the 6th-ranked wrestler in the country. Gonna need a takedown here in the third. He gets an early escape, just 8 seconds into the period. And if he is able to find a takedown, Tariq, this crowd is going to go bonkers.
They're going to explode. Ed continues to push the pace, work forward, trying to work for that stall call. But Shapiro was doing a good job of attacking just in those little pockets and creating a scramble, creating action so he doesn't get hit with it. Doesn't get hit by the ref by stalling.
Oh, and Shapiro with a takedown.
Fred, you're in control.
Well, that happened in a blink. It looked like Scott was controlling the center of the mat.
You got 15, 15.
What did you see there?
In that position, right, Shapiro, I think it was strategic. He strategically went for the ankle pick. He knew Ed was going to work forward with the underhook, keep punching it, keep punching it. Then he capitalized on his head, scoring. Ed tried to kick away, but Shapiro collected the 2 ankles.
Big win for the freshman against the reigning All-American. He's still unbeaten in duels.
Put all the way around.
And he puts Cornell on the board. A decision for Meyer Shapiro. So 157 did not disappoint. Shapiro with the late takedown to seal it. Intermission next. Coming up, it's 165. Julian Ramirez and Alex Faison going for NC State at 74. Stick with us here on the ACC Network Extra. Here at intermission at Reynolds Coliseum. 5 down, 5 to go. NC State leading 15-3 on the team score. A look ahead. NC State has Duke on Sunday, but next week on ACC Network, do not miss it. Got both teams up and down the lineup, ranked wrestlers NC State, of course, has won 5 straight ACC tournament titles, but this is really the rivalry in ACC wrestling.
Yes, this definitely is a rivalry between NC State and Virginia Tech. It's going to be a good one. It always comes down to the last match or so, and the way things are shaking out, who knows who's going to come on top.
Cornell has already beaten Virginia Tech this year. There's also beaten Pitt, so they're looking for their 3rd ACC win tonight if they can pull it off. They're going to have to come from behind. Again, it's a 15-3 deficit as we look ahead to the next 5 matches. And, well, they've got a lot of highly ranked wrestlers in the upper weights. It starts with Julian Ramirez against AJ Kovacs, but some really good matchups at 84 with Foca and Fishback, and then at 97 with Cardenas and Hidley. I think heavyweight is going to be a coin flip. This is everything you hope that a duel will be coming down the stretch.
It sure is, especially look at the lineup, how there's mostly 5 ranked, there's 4 or 5 matches, 4 ranked guys, so like anything can happen. I'm expecting these last couple matches to come down to the wire. It's not going to be high scoring, but great, gritty, focused wrestling.
AJ Kovacs goes at 165 tonight for NC State, not 16th ranked Derek Fields. And he'll go up against the 4th ranked wrestler at 165. That's Julian Ramirez. So we saw at a couple of the lighter weights, Cornell with some guys out of the lineup. Now we see the first real, I know Camacho was unranked, but he is a guy that's kind of been there and done that. So I don't know if I count that as much as of an underdog situation. But Kovacs here against the top 5 opponent. This is a spot in which Cornell is looking to get back in this duel.
Let's go, AJ.
Ramirez, the EIWA champ from last year, finished 2nd at Cliff Keen this year. Kovacs hasn't wrestled in a duel for NC State since Oklahoma State, but 6-2 in duels this season.
Ramirez is doing a great job of holding center and keeping AJ, but towards the outside of the circle. AJ attempted a shuck, which didn't go so well. Ramirez capitalized by getting right to that leg, but AJ's hard to finish here. See if he'll be able to, Ramirez will be able to pull it back in and finish this single. But AJ's defense in this position is really good. He goes into a split. If I'm Ramirez, I will have to pull him back into the mat.
Yeah, wow. That's exactly what he did. Well, you said Kovacs was tough to finish from there, and for a long time he was, and finally Ramirez just kind of sucked him back towards the middle of the mat.
Yeah, in that position, you would want a wrestler to pick up the leg and pull him back so he can garner more mat space rather than diving in, trying to reach for that far ankle and score.
We got 56, guys, 56. Good setup,
Back trip,
good start.
pull it in, pull. AJ goes to the sit. He keeps it high, keeps that leg high.
I'll call you out, okay? Green, you're set. Go ahead, Red.
Attempted to reach for the ankle, but realized he wasn't able to. Pull it back in, keep it high. Then capitalize and score. Ramirez has this cradle locked up. Oh, but AJ was able to sneak that arm out. That's going to make it tough for Ramirez to finish this cradle that he has locked up, especially with that arm popping out. What AJ would have to do is pop his head, get his head out of there. And which he does.
Still red. Still red.
How did he get out of that? Because that cradle was locked.
Red,
It sure was.
Red 3.
When Ramirez tried to capitalize and look for the turn, AJ sneakily brought that elbow back towards his stomach and around.
NC State, your choice. Green to first.
So a first period takedown as Ramirez eventually got the trip and the finish.
They got second period here, 3-0.
At 165.
Red is set.
There's Ramirez at 4. And again, Kovacs, last time we saw him in a duel, it was against Isaac Olenek of Oklahoma State. So he is being tested in a big way. Of course, he's going up against Fields every day, who's right now ranked as high as number 13. Ramirez, we're told, is the guy in the room that typically gets given the aux cord. They let him control the music to get the guys going in the room.
You might not know this, but that is a key and essential role for a teammate to have the aux.
Well, that's a big responsibility, right?
It is. It sets the mood for practice, especially if you have that rule. You have to be on your P's and Q's with the music. And AJ scores that low double. But Ramirez is looking.
Stop, stalemate.
Well, that stalemate certainly benefiting Kovacs there, because it looked like Ramirez might be able to step over and reverse.
43, guys, 43.
Using the snap and right into that shot. We have seen multiple NC State wrestlers work off that snap and going straight to a shot. And this time it worked for another takedown. For a takedown in AJ Kovacs' favor.
Neutral!
So make it 5-3 after this escape for Ramirez. But now Kovacs has been able to get a takedown.
Ramirez wasted no time getting off on bottom either. Even though AJ got that riding time under a minute, it was a quick escape from Ramirez.
Ramirez, a guy that would love to see reach All-American status this year. Lost in the blood round as a freshman and as a sophomore. So he's been right there on the doorstep. We feel like this is going to be his year. Obviously, the ranking would suggest that as well, up in the top 5. But Kovacs here.
Hey guys, third period.
He's the guy who scored last, and he's got a chance here in the third period.
He was conferring with his coaches. Coaches wanted to know what he wanted, and he said, listen, I'm going down. I'm going to get up out of bottom. He's up to his feet. He's in that tripod position. He's peeling, and he's got an escape.
He was right.
Great choice. Now he has to look for that offense. Still plenty of time, 1:40, so he doesn't need to rush. But he does have to get a takedown and get that 1 minute and 5 seconds of riding time below that 1 minute threshold.
We saw Josh Saunders at 141 come close to a top 5 upset, but a late takedown from Ryan Jack earned the decision. Now, not quite the same scenario because Ramirez is in front and effectively by 2 right now with the ride time, but Kovacs has got to have some confidence here. And the home crowd behind them, pretty quiet right now. I have to imagine they'll pick up here soon.
Once again. Now we're in a scramble. We're in a scramble position. Kovacs is in on the leg. What you need to do is get that head up under that leg. Watch out. Ramirez is looking for the cradle, and he has it locked up. He has to sit him to that hip to score that 2 points. I mean, 3-point on the takedown, and he does. So a 3-point takedown.
Hey, did you have any?
No back points, but he gets the 3.
I got 1 count.
Kovacs had that leg, and then Ramirez did some quick work. sprung into action and got the second cradle.
You got 15.
Ramirez did a good job of getting that leg that A.J. Kovacs was on heavy, sitting that corner, and lifting that near leg up to lock in that cradle and secure the takedown.
That was a good bout at 165. Kovacs got the takedown, but Ramirez, well, he had a couple of cradles, couldn't score on the first one. He does in crunch time in period number 3, and a nice win for Ramirez. Well, some news breaking this week that Adam Hall has accepted the Utah Valley head coaching job. He will start directly after this year's NCAA tournament. So congratulations to Coach Hall, the associate head coach here at NC State, and now part of the Pat Popolizio coaching tree. He's going to be a head coach, and he said that it was definitely a bittersweet moment. He said, so much of my coaching career in life has been shaped by my time in Raleigh. I'm so grateful for the opportunity I had to grow under Pat. I'm overwhelmed by the wrestling community and its support on my next journey. Until then, go Pack. Good for him. Congratulations to Coach Hall as he gets his chance at a head coaching gig.
Well deserved, especially for a guy that has a lot of passion for the sport of wrestling, and I knew he had aspirations to be a head coach, and he took his opportunity.
Alex Faison against Benny Baker here at 174. And Coach Popolizio commented and said, you know, congratulations to one of the best coaches and human beings who's ever been associated with our program. Grateful for your 9 years of commitment to making NC State wrestling what it is today. Thankful we get this next month with you, and look forward to a little trophy hunting. That's what we were talking about earlier, right? They're looking to hunt some trophies. And that is the downside. Obviously, he's happy for Coach Hall, right? But that is one of the downsides of having so much success is everybody wants to hire your assistants.
But that also can speak to Papa Popolizio and how he's been able to allow the guys that work under him to grow and develop as coaches, so they can be able to take that next step to go to head coach.
Oh, 100%. And talking not just in wrestling, but in many different sports in college. You talk to head coaches, they say, yeah, we're going to miss them, but that's what they want for their assistants, because every head coach was in that position at one time as well, where you're hungry as an assistant, and you want that first shot. And so that's part of that's why they call it the coaching tree, right? There are some coaching tie-ins with NC State and Cornell tonight that we'll talk about. We have Donnie Vinson there in the gray, and Nick Gwizdowski. Coach Vinson, an assistant here, and Gwiz, of course, a two-time national champ here in Raleigh. They introduced both of them early in what was a really cool moment, and Gwiz got a standing ovation.
Yeah, the Wolfpack Nation loved them some Gwiz. I have an ongoing joke that I end up telling them, like, hey, instead of saying like, hey, what's up with Gwiz, I'd be like, hey, two-time, what's going on?
Two-time, the two-time champ.
Foot feet go, foot feet go.
Was Coach Popolizio said, you know, Coach Hall being special and making NC State what it is, and Nick Gwizdowski, of course, having a huge impact coming over with Coach Popolizio, and then to win a couple national championships as he was building this program. That really got everybody's attention on a national scale, that they've got something special here in Raleigh, and they have followed that up with #1 recruiting classes and a team trophy and numerous All-Americans. A lot of success.
Very much a lot of success.
Out, action. Easy, easy.
Faison here against Baker at 174.
Yeah, 44, guys, 44. Set.
Baker lost by 9-2 decision in #6, Nick Incontrera against Penn. But a guy who came through Wyoming Seminary Prep. Nice prep career now as a senior. looking to bounce back here against Faison. Speaking of bouncing back, he had a tough match against 15th ranked Justin McCoy, lost 3-0, so he's lost 2 in a row. So both guys desperate for a win here. It's Baker with the first takedown.
And Baker capitalized off of Faison pushing into him, trying to score, trying to use that underhook to throw by. He sneakily does a duck to secure 3-point takedown.
The two-time, 2014 and 2015.
Red deferred to you.
And those hang in the rafters here at Reynolds Coliseum. At Binghamton, an All-American, but then moving to Raleigh and 110 and 3, just absolute dominance. It was the way he wrestled too, right? That captures the hearts of the fan base.
He didn't wrestle like a traditional heavyweight. He was light on his feet, a lot of footwork. I've seen him do a lot of footwork drills, and then that was an advantage that he had against some of the heavyweights that he wrestled against.
So now on staff at Cornell.
On green!
There's the escape for Faison. Gwizdowski had not coached before, but Coach Gray was telling me his Faison has to give it up. They said, I knew he had the chops for it. He has a great personality, and he's been exactly as he expected, a great addition to the room. They were talking just before he had gotten the job at Cornell, and just one of those things they were talking about, hey, maybe one day kind of things, and then all of a sudden, a couple weeks later, he's in a position where you can make that kind of a hire, and so that's been a great addition as Baker go off the bat.
And Coach Gray throws in the brick. Well, the referee said, hey, take the brick back. We're going to look at it and see. This is on us. We're going to look and see if there is a takedown with reaction time.
Now, this has been pretty controversial this year. I know I've seen quite a bit online. What is or is not a takedown? It can be very tough on these referees.
We have a different angle so we can see the
with
line
reaction time. Coach Popolizio was saying, hey, let's just make it simple. Let's get rid of reaction time. What do you think about the current state of reaction time and what a takedown is?
I would have to say it's really up to the ref and what the ref decides on the reaction time to him. It could be 2 seconds, could be 3 seconds. Is the guy defending? Is he still able defending? Is he stopped defending? Is the neutral guy in control? So really it's up to the referee's discretion on what he deems or determines what reaction time is. And I think it's a good and bad thing. But
that's
also,
a lot to think about.
It is. And as a ref, I know. I'm just thinking right now how it is to feel like, okay, we have this decision to make. Is it a reaction time? Is there a takedown? Or is there no takedown plus reaction time? So we're looking at the decision now.
After official review, the ruling on that stands. They're out of bounds, no control. After official review, the ruling on that stands. They're out of bounds, no control.
It stands. So not confirmed, but stands, no takedown.
Okay, an outside step by Faison to end up scoring the 3-point takedown. That is something we haven't seen Faison hit any of the matches so far. An outside step, usually underhook, throw by, underhook, snap. Faison still in control because that arm is still around the back. And his opponent hasn't squared up yet. Baker hasn't squared up. It's still there. He's still in control. Now he's awarded the 1 point at the very buzzer.
What a big swing that was, right? We're looking at a review to see, is it another takedown for Baker? Instead, it stands, and then Faison hits this. You say it's a new wrinkle.
It is. It sure is right there. That was an outside step. He used that small window of Baker posting on that, try to post on that shoulder to go in and grab that ankle. But he did, as he grabbed the ankle, he got his head behind that his kneecap to secure both legs, score the takedown.
Baker with the back-to-back escapes right at the end of the second, the start of the third.
There you go. There he goes. Faison is working that underhook. His go-to. Pressuring Baker to the edge. He had a throw by, underhook to a high crotch attempt right there. Let's see if he goes back to it. If I'm Baker in this position, I'd have to circle. I have to circle to get out of there. If I know that is his go-to position, I'm gonna have to adjust. Keep that arm, keep whatever side he's trying to throw that punch, that underhook in, have to keep that arm in and keep it tight. He goes double, now he has the body locked. He's working him towards the edge. I think in this position, I think Faison is going to try to drive him out to get that stalling. And he does. As you can see, coaches of Cornell have been telling him, keep that arm tight to your body. Do not, oh, he hits a duck. Faison spawns. He goes to snap. Now he's in the armpit. He has to chase. He's trying to pull down to chase. He's going to circle. He keeps circling. He has to keep moving. If Faison wants to score, he has to keep moving. He can't stay here and stalemate this position, especially on the edge.
He takes a peek at the clock and tried to hop over.
No control.
And now a stall warning to Faison, right? He knows he has 10 seconds left. He hadn't hit a warning yet. It just touched off the mat to reset.
And that was a good decision by Faison.
Yeah. That's where you have that stall warning you're talking about.
You have that stall warning. That's what they give you. In that position, Baker, only thing Baker had to do was hold on to the leg and stay in that position to get action.
Baker has a stall warning also. He can't just back out here.
Nope. So it's 10 seconds. So Faison has to do something. He has to look to score. Baker's in on the leg.
And he didn't back out. He shoots and he finishes. Benny Baker with the victory. And that's got to feel great for him.
Shake hands, gentlemen. All the way around, all the way around.
A guy who's had some struggles. He comes here on the road and gets a ranked win over Faison, and he does it to secure it and seal it. That's the exclamation point with a takedown right before the horn.
If I screw you up on that, you won't think about all the...
So, Shapiro, then Ramirez, and now Baker. 3 in a row for Cornell, and it's 15-9. Up next, 184. Foca and Fishback. It's a top 10 duel. It's a top 10 matchup on its way. Not 1, but 2 in a row. Back here in Raleigh, but a look around the ACC. Virginia Tech and Pitt, they started at 184, and top 10, Reese Heller upset in sudden victory by TJ Stewart. So a great start for Virginia Tech as they lead 17-9 now through 7 bouts. Cole Matthews, defending ACC champ, he needed OT, but got a win over Crook. Well, NC State won the first 4. Since then, Cornell has won the next 3. And down the stretch here with the upper weights, 84, 97, and heavyweight, we've got 3 good ones. And it's Foca and Fishback, top 10. Foca, the reigning All-American. He finished 3rd last year against Fishback, the blue chip recruit, in early with a single.
Fishback looking to finish out the back.
No control.
Right now he's trying to circle. Foco he's long.
No
Now he's sitting in the corner. Fishback's looking to go Iranian, go out the back door, collect those legs. And he secures the 3-point takedown.
So Fishback strikes first. This was one that I was really looking forward to, and that's before we found out in our talk with Coach Gray earlier that he actually spent some time with Fishback in the Poland tournament this summer. So had nothing but great things to say about him. Got to wrestle with him a little bit. Just needed a sparring partner, and so these are 2 of the best guys in the country. They've kind of got that connection. So he knows Fishback well, and now this is big, of course, not just for team points. Cornell trying to get back in this, but for NCAA's coming up soon.
It sure is.
Keep wrestling.
Fishback, a 5-1 decision over Ethan Weatherspoon last week of UVA, who dropped down from 97, and his length gave him just a little bit of trouble. But he was able to come through in the 3rd period and secure the win. And now he gets a guy who was on the podium.
Set.
Foca beat Mekhi Lewis, former national champ, to take 3rd. His only loss last year at NCAA's to #1 and eventual national champ Carter Starocki of Penn State.
Down to the fingers. Keep those hands clean. Keep the hands clean.
We have some snap attempts from both wrestlers. Not really capitalizing off that, but clearing those arms, clearing that tie, but getting that snap.
Fishback with the first period takedown. A little subtle heading on there.
Red chooses bottom. Okay, guys, 3-1 green, 3-1 green. Green, you do have a stall warning. Red, you're set. Go ahead, green.
Starting the 2nd period, Fishback does have a stall warning, so we'll see if that is, if he puts that into his game plan. If Foca can get to his feet, is he going to be able to cut him quick or look to mat return? Right now, it looks like he can't mat return.
Easy.
Well, he mat returns, but right on top of him.
Fishback from your home state of Ohio. He's from Aurora, twice a state champion.
Foca is doing a great job of getting up to his feet, forcing Dylan to mat return. And Dylan has that arm across, leg in. Foca's looking for that reversal, and he does get the standing reversal.
There was no escape first, but he does get the 2.
In that position, the standing reversal is when the bottom wrestler is on his feet, but he's behind his opponent on his feet. So he's no longer the top wrestler that was in control, no longer in control. He is able to score.
Green is set. Go ahead, Red.
So that evens it up at 3. Get to see Foca on top.
Looking for a big mat return by Foca on the edge.
We're out. Green, you're down. Red, stay tight on top. Be a little early on the last, okay? Green is set. Go ahead, Red. Hold for me, okay?
So that
Just
is
wait.
Foca's
That's your first
first
one.
caution. You have 2 to give away, 3 to give away before it's a point. So
Okay, green set.
in my case, I'd
Go ahead,
use
Red.
it.
See if they
free.
call it.
Yeah, they're free. You don't get penalized. Fishback is doing. Oh, is this going to be a reversal? It looks like it's a reversal. Foca looked to go half pull, suck back, but Fishback then floated his hips over top of his body. Foca lost control. He's able to shimmy his hips back to get the reversal.
So both wrestlers get the reversal. The home crowd here felt like Foca was fleeing the mat. All right, here's
Right
the
here, this is him floating his hips over and finishing up top. Foca lost control on that suck back to go through the half. And at the right moment, Fishback was able to shimmy his hips and gather control. Oh, Fishback's got him on his back. Oh, no backs.
No back
points awarded.
And now the brick comes out for NC State. They've given the escape to Foca. And the refs don't realize yet the brick's out there on the mat.
Let's go look at it.
Go look at it. Green, go to your corner. Go to your corner.
And once again, here's the judgment. There's no doubt Foca was on his back, but was it long enough for near fall points?
So again, we have the referees conferring with each other and saying, hey, well, let's go take a look at it. This is on us. We're going to go look and see if we miss the 2 back points.
You got a solid one.
So both coaches during this time have thrown the brick on the mat, and the referee said, hey, you guys, this is on us. We'll go ahead and look and
Hold on to it.
Yeah, hold on to it.
Could be more bricks in the future.
Yeah.
Just from what you saw on that replay,
From what I saw in that replay, it seemed like Foca was on his back for the 2 count, but at what point did he start, did the referee start counting? That's what they're throwing a brick like, hey, you miscounted or you were slow to start counting to award us our 2 back points.
and of course,
really close. Let's play it in real speed, the same thing.
with that too, it is important to keep in mind that there was no swipes. There were no swipes on the mat, so they'd have to see something to overturn it. Was that enough from this angle?
From that angle,
regardless of your opinion, credit Foca, right, for getting out pretty quick.
From in that position and from that review that we just saw, I don't think that they're going to award back points.
After officials review, he was out of near fall before the 2nd count. Call stands. After officials review, he was out of near fall before the 2nd count, so there's no near fall.
No near fall points. Well, the home crowd's not going to like it, but I tell you what, it's nice to be able to have a challenger, nice for the refs to say, hey, you know, we're going to take a look at it ourselves. They took a close look at it, call stands. That's really all you can ask, right? To take a look at it.
Yeah, and, you know, the referees have a chance to slow it down, do slow motion, to really look and see about the back points getting rewarded and how fast we're going and reaction time and speed it up. So from what they've seen, no backs.
And Foca just has to let him go. 32 seconds of ride time right now for Fishback. Foca knows he's got to get a takedown.
Nothing yet, nothing yet.
No control.
In this position, Fishback has to lock in the crotch, which he is doing. Now they're in this 50-50. He's trying to step over. No takedown. He's still circling. He has to get that arm up high, looking for the underhook.
Still a lot of time left in this one. Stalemate. Coach Benson.
Just under a minute.
With some words for Foca, again, the assistant here at NC State, before going to Cornell.
What Foca has to do now is start to pick up the pace. There's 40 seconds left, so he has to pick up the pace, start getting him to move, having him bite on those fakes that he's doing. And if I'm Fishback in this position, I have to be smart. I have to be, if I'm going to be in this position, I have to sprawl, head down, hands down, don't reach, opening myself up to a shot.
The ankle pick.
Oh, nothing yet, nothing yet. He's going around. Fishback has this whizzer. So there's no takedown yet. No takedown. No takedown yet. No takedown. And they're out. Nothing.
Dramatic defending in the final seconds. And it's a top 10 win for Dylan Fishback. A big win for him personally and for the team after Cornell had rattled off 3 straight, including the upset for Benny Baker. So he was close to back points. They reviewed it, doesn't get it, and he just had to defend right there. It looked to me like Foca had that ankle pick.
He did. It really did, and that's the scary part about being defensive and being in that short time position. You have to respect everything, and then once you have a slight lapse in your thought and your positioning, guys can get on your leg, and then now you're in a scramble in which anything can happen.
Anything. Up next for Cornell, they'll take the short drive to Boone, about 3 hours west, and compete with App State. 197, unbeaten Trent Hidley against Jacob Cardenas. They know each other well. They have wrestled before, and Hidley has gotten the better of Cardenas. It was at Cliff Keene when Hidley majored Cardenas. And he gets a shot at revenge here on a big stage. Hidley, the emotional leader for NC State. This crowd loves him, fan favorite, and he seems to thrive off the energy. And he brings plenty of energy himself.
He sure does. Look at him being aggressive, starting off on the whistle, trying to punch that underhook.
Action. Guys, stay center. Set.
Cardenas is coming off a ranked win over Cole Urbas of Penn. Hidley, tech fall over Christian Kenzie of
Now those
UVA.
fingers.
Or pardon me, a major over Kenzie.
Fingers.
stylistically, this can be a tough matchup for Cardenas. But again, another shot at one of the best wrestlers in the country.
Center.
There goes Trent punching that underhook. Now what Cardenas has to do, he has to whizzer down in this position, whizzer down, get that knee. Do not let that ankle come to that far hip. Trent's trying to throw in that leg, trying to collect those two, and he's trying to get the takedown.
In one word, he is relentless.
Oh, he definitely is. He keeps pushing the pace. In some matches, it may be tied, or he may be up 1 in the first period, and then by the end of it, he's getting a major tech fall. So he keeps that pace throughout the 7 minutes.
Got 115, guys, 115.
Couple of All-Americans from a year ago. Of course, Hidley in a new weight class at 197.
Green, cover, set.
And at 19-0, I'm saying I would think he's enjoying being up here at 97.
One red. Neutral.
So what Cardenas has to do, he has to get a way of getting his butt off of the edge, because Trent's going to continue to move forward and look to get this stalling call or score on the edge.
Coach Hall telling Hidley to snap with his right hand.
Action. Red, we're just blocking.
There's a stall warning. Cardenas hit with the stall warning.
And then there goes Trent with that throw by to secure the 3-point takedown.
Just before the end of the first period, he gets a couple takedowns in the first.
You got a stall warning, man. That's your choice.
There go Trent punching that underhook, pulling first, pulling towards him, then throwing it by. So he can shift that weight, pulling it towards him, so once he throws by, he's already leaning forward to secure the takedown.
For a guy that was already wrestling at an elite level when he stepped onto campus, it seems like this year he's reached an even higher level.
And I'd credit that to him moving up to the weight too, moving up a weight class. He's been at NC State Wrestling at 184 for 5-6 years. And this is the year that he said, hey, I don't want to cut any weight anymore. I want to move up and I want to have fun.
One red, we're neutral.
He's got 3 top 5 finishes in his career. And so far, not left to miss, but I mean, he's been pretty dominant here against the 7th ranked wrestler at this weight class. I mean, Cardenas is elite in his own right.
Staying here, guys. Set.
And he's been relentless from the start of the first period whistle to this period now. He's just been fighting that underhook, getting to it, and capitalizing off that throw by.
Cardenas again an All-American last year after winning the EIWA.
Cardenas has to circle in to avoid another stall call.
Fingers.
Circle, yes. Now he has to do more of those fakes, get Trent to react, get him out of position. Because right now Trent's solid, he's moving forward in a square stance. He's not biting on any of those fakes. So Cardenas needs to fake some more, get him out of position, then look to score. Cardenas has a good double too. So he's looking to set that double up, have Trent overreach, then blast to the double. But Trent,
Stay out of that
having
grip,
the
guys.
wrestling before,
Release the
knows that
fingers.
he has a double. So he has to keep his hands down, work forward, and not overreach.
Bottom. Green chooses bottom.
Aaron Brooks up at 97, as is Hidley.
Green is set.
And
Red
of course,
cover.
Cardenas just outside the top 5.
Out. Red, that's on you.
Cardenas
One green.
just picked him straight up and carried him off the mat.
And that is a stall call right there.
Red.
Hidley just kind of threw up both hands like, what was that?
Cardenas just needed to jump off to one side instead of lifting and going straight out.
Stay in here.
Get off to a side, lift, and bring his mitt down, just like he did there.
Yeah, big mat return.
We're out. Green's down. Green is set. Red cover.
That's not the first time I've seen someone actually get picked up and then just drove out of bounds. That happened to me when I wrestled in college. So I know how Trent feels. Like, hey, what am I supposed to do? I'm in the air, my feet are off the ground. I can't go anywhere.
Can't do anything. He gets the escape.
Neutral.
Of course, Hidley moving up to 97. NC State had a pretty good 97-pounder last year, who is taking a redshirt year in Isaac Trumbull.
Yes, yes.
Fingers.
And he's using that year to develop. He went overseas and got a bronze medal at the Zabreth Open. And then he also won this year, 2023 World Championship for his age group. So
Brought home some hardware. Worked out well for him and worked out for Hidley, creating a space at 197. He said, thank you very much, I'll move up.
Let's go, guys. Set.
Saw you and Isaac kind of recreating the Hidley underhook and trying to illustrate what you can do with that. And I think, if I remember correctly, you guys basically, the conclusion was there's not a whole lot you can do about it.
yeah, there's not much to do about that, especially since he's so relentless and punching it. So you have to be vigilant throughout the whole 7 minutes, have no lapses of keeping that elbow pinched to your side. And in wrestling, that it just doesn't work out as well.
It's a long time to be perfect.
And again,
Nothing
the
yet.
crowd reacted like there was a takedown, but Cardenas did a good job. He did a good job of sitting through on that takedown.
It is a decision for Hidley. And he will. Oh, he hasn't yet. He's got to raise the roof here.
His signature.
So Hidley seals this duel for the team at 21-9 now. We've got one more to come. Fishback and Hidley combined for 2 big wins, 2 top 10 wins for the upper weights. Heavyweight to come. It's Owen Treffin and it's Luis Fernandez. Tomorrow on the ACC Network, it's a men's basketball triple headers. Number 7 North Carolina hosts Virginia Tech at 2 Eastern. Then Miami squares off against Boston College at the Connie Forum. And we finish off the night with Louisville and Pittsburgh. Back inside Reynolds Coliseum. 1 match to go. It's Treffin and Fernandez. Another great matchup, and on paper you say this one should be really, really close. We'll see how it shakes out. Owen Treffin coming off a major decision win, a ranked win over Ryan Katka. Then after he took his pledge, he was commissioned into the United States Army.
Stay out of the face, guys.
So a special night for him on Military Appreciation Night. Fernandez coming off an injury last year, and this is a big match for him. Again, looking ahead to the postseason. Last year at Cliff Keen, Treffin got a win over Fernandez, but this year he's healthy. And he's an unorthodox heavyweight. Coach Graves saying he's kind of the opposite of what you expect as a heavyweight with his ability to leg ride, and he's got a unique style. So we'll see how Treffin handles that.
Right now we're seeing a lot of offense, or attempted offense, from Treffin early on in this match. And that could be Kostrijic. That could be we working the referee like, hey, I'm working early on. I'm working on trying to get these takedowns. Hey, maybe eventually, if the match continues, I'm working like this. Can you hit me when it's stalling?
You do that, you get the benefit of the doubt later.
Benefit of the doubt.
Got a minute, guys. 1 minute. Now those fingers.
Although Owen is looking for a lot of offense, Fernandez is not backing out. He's staying engaged, hand fighting, down blocking, throwing his fake jabs in there. Also like, hey, I'm working too, just like he's working.
Yeah, I'm right here.
Stay center, guys.
See Gwizdowski in the background, the two-time champ here at NC State, watching his heavyweight go up against his alma mater. And no scoring in the first period. Again, next week, 7 o'clock ACC Network. NC State 5 straight ACC tournament titles, but in the regular season, mostly Wolfpack. Last year, Virginia Tech winning 16-14. You see almost all of these scores really tight. I mean, it's usually one match.
It does come down to the last match.
These Friday night duels on the ACC Network. Sean Kenny, Rock Harrison, they do a great job. They will be in attendance for that one and on the call.
Got a minute, guys. 1 minute. See offense.
Fernandez in on a shot. He started off low, then eventually worked up high into the thigh, but Owen did a good job of sprawling. Now he's looking to beat the corner. Owen's on his shot of himself. Fernandez on the sprawling, getting that leg back, defending. So it looked like Fernandez was going to score. Owen sprawled. Then he got in on his own leg attack. They didn't exchange. So they exchanged offense and defense in that little short exchange that they had.
$15, guys, 15.
Not a lot of scoring, but quite a bit of activity.
So it was Fernandez's choice. He chose bottom, but Owen said, hey, we're just going to go neutral. Give him that 1 point. We're going to have to sell this on our feet.
Both guys, stay active.
Fernandez needing a takedown here with 45 seconds to go. Cornell has won 6 straight duels. They clinched the Ivy League last week. Their 43rd title, but this duel's going to go NC State's way. And what remains to be seen is there's a stall warning to Treffin. Who's going to take this, again, crucial bout at heavyweight?
There's 10 seconds
got
left.
10 seconds left. He looks at the clock and he sees.
Out, action.
Boy, Hidley is locked in the background. Hey, well, you said they're free, right? So go ahead and try to get a fast start. Fernandez does. But it's going to be a 1-0 decision for Owen Treffin, and a sign of respect from both guys, great competitors. What'd you think about what we saw tonight, about what we expected, right? We saw some great matchups.
We sure did. We saw some great scrambling, guys going after it. Last-minute takedowns to win. We saw some key upsets.
Yeah.
So, hey. Well, but hats off to both teams. They came in battle tonight, and they put it on the line. Number 8, number 9, top 10 in the country, mid-February, and saying, hey, let's do this. Let's go battle.
A lot to feel great about for these two programs as they look ahead to NCAA's right around the corner. NC State victorious tonight, 24-9 the final. As Tariq said, we saw some upsets. We saw Benny Baker. We saw plenty of top 10 matchups. Ryan Jack with a great finish with 30 seconds to go. Kai Orini with one of the best reactions in wrestling. A lot to love tonight in college wrestling. 24-9 the final. For my partner Tariq Wilson and our great crew here in Raleigh, I'm Andrew Sanders. Good night.